Hello again, sports fans. Welcome to the Week 11 update of the WGFP 2022 edition. We had a great week of football. Hope everybody enjoyed the games. One change for this week, we did see in the comments there was some complaints that I was rambling last week, so I'll try to be a little more compressed and to the point this time. Let's start with some big games last week. So exciting. Vandy, after 4 years, finally wins an SEC game. The excitement was palpable. Everybody loved it almost as much as when Cadillac and the Auburn Tigers came back and beat Jimbo and the Aggies from A&M. The best part about that, in my opinion, is with a record of 3-7 and only 1-6 in SEC play, they're literally the last team in conference, tied only with Vandy with one SEC win this season. But because Vandy's 4-6, like Missouri and Auburn, yeah, that puts A&M in the very bottom. Couldn't be sweeter, could it? Oregon had their hopes dashed of going to the playoffs this year after a difficult game at Washington. Came in and with a late win by a field goal, Washington comes out ahead. For the folks in Texas, TCU just keeps chugging along. Their underdog win against Texas keeps them in the top 4 slot. So really exciting there. Meanwhile, LSU goes to Arkansas and Georgia goes to Mississippi State. Both come away with wins, guaranteeing that they're going to be in Atlanta for the SEC playoff this year. Super exciting for all those dog and I guess the one LSU fan. We just don't know them. So what did that do to the numbers last week? Well, with some really smart picks and especially with some good weights, Alex picks up his first win of the season. Congratulations, Alex. Followed by Lowell, Shayna, and Luke. It was great. If you look at what that does for the season now, I think that's going to give us a pretty good view of where things are going. Namely, Luke with that win, or with that a high finish, puts him back in the top 5 with Nancy, Matt, and Andy where they were before. And Lowell, who is apparently Velcroed to the top, never letting it go. So that's exciting, good for him. Let's see what that does to the bottom of the pack. You know what? We really don't care. I'm in the bottom, move along. So if we look ahead at the games coming up, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Once again, we're going to have TCU fighting to stay alive. This time against a Baylor Bears opponent that shouldn't be that big a game, but TCU is only a 2.5-point favorite. So I think the folks in Las Vegas know it's going to be closer than I do. The battle of we're staying out west. The battle of the 6 and 4s, where Texas and Kansas look to come away with some highlights towards the end of the season here. Texas trying to bounce back from that underdog defeat that they got from TCU. So Texas wants to win again. But more importantly, we got the battle in LA. This one does have playoff implications where USC and UCLA are going for the win of who's going to be the champ for SoCal, and potentially then put USC in a position to move on and compete for a national championship. Quick reminder, next week we've got games starting on Thursday, so everybody needs to get your picks in early. If there's any questions or anything on that, let me know, but just remember, picks got to be in early. Otherwise, everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.